And ESOL is referred to the subject that we teach to English language learners, that is English. It's English for speakers of other languages.
I heard about the ESOL program from my advisor when I enrolled for this spring. I decided to take ESOL because I want to make myself more marketable in the education field. That way I am available for more jobs. I have more job opportunities that way.
And according to the recent predictions from the State Department of Education in the United States, in about 15 years, 1 of every 4 students is going to be an English language learner in American schools.
ESOL is important because I think that the United States is very diverse, and if a student can't understand you, then they can't learn.
So therefore, there is an urgent need to prepare teachers that understand not only the language but also the culture and the family situation and the connections and the cultural peculiarities of any specific cultures.
Could you tell me more about your job?
Sure. I actually work at an elementary school in Pittsburgh. I work at George Nettles Elementary. I am a kindergarten through 5th grade teacher. I teach students who come with a different language than English to our schools. I work with 5-year-olds to 10 and 11-year-olds coming straight from, let's say, China or Saudi Arabia into the American school. They have to learn all about our school system, all about an American city like Pittsburgh and the United States culture. So they have all of those things to learn, and then they have the language. So for our students, that's the first hurdle that they have to learn, is really not even language, but culture.
Do their families speak English at home?
Most of the families do. My year and a half of working in Pittsburgh District, some have come and been in the IEP program, Intensive English, and so they're learning English at the same time as their children, which makes it exciting for the kids and the parents.
Well, the very first day that I started my master's program at Pittsburgh State, I was working in one of the offices in the College of Education, and an international student came in, and it ended up that we were going to be doing the same program together. We were going to be doing the ESOL program. It ended up that semester we had every class together, and from then on we became best friends through the program. But probably the class I enjoyed the most was methods and instructional materials for English language learners. I was with 30 other teachers, and we got to play games all the time and try out all of these strategies that I'd learned in my other classes, and now actually got to implement in the classroom with other teachers and see firsthand how cooperative learning works with English language learners.
We find partners and we ask them our questions, and that's how we reinforce what we've learned.
I can use music and movement and all those things to help them learn the English language.
We do a pair share thing where we take our questions around the room and we're dancing to move it.
Enjoyed the ESOL program at Pitt State.
So let's break it down, come on.
I like to move it.
The best quality for an English teacher is, I think, is to be sympathetic of your students.
Patience.
ESOL students learn incrementally.
Understanding the culture of the students. Being compassionate.
I think any kind of teacher needs to have definitely motivation to teach. So persistence. I think persistence and motivation is important.
Maximize interaction in the classroom.
I have learned through this program that interaction is the key to learning.
If there are good opportunities to study another language at an earlier age, please do it by all means. But I really do not think that the window of opportunity completely closes. Grammatically, for example, adult learners learn the grammatical aspects of any language much faster because their first language is actually helping them learn it, and we call it transfer from language to language. It's not the amount of time, total time spent learning a language, it's the regular practice that counts.
Students learn 90%, retain 90% of what they learn if they interact.
Like playing a piano, you have to practice, and they need all the experience they can get.